Landry has a passion for talent, being addicted. His purpose in life is to serve. He's living proof that people can recover. With great purpose, ladies and gentlemen, Landry.
Thank you, Krista. Krista's an inspiring story all unto herself. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Al, and I'm an addict. Perfect. That's how I used to introduce myself. I had to identify as an addict. And one day I decided that I really didn't like that label. I was learning that I was much more than just an addict. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. My name is Al, and I continue to recover my life. And I say recover because as my recovery continues, so does my journey. This wondrous and awesome journey I call life. Quickly, we grew up in Toronto, poor. Mom and dad split when I was 8, and dad raised 3 boys, of which I am the eldest. At 12, I was pumping gas after school and loving every minute of it. 14 years old, I walked home one day, found my dad in the kitchen making dinner and crying. It's the first time I'd ever seen my father cry. It hit me pretty hard, but when I figured what I needed to do was step up. So at 14 years old, I quit school early and legally, and I went to work full-time at the gas station. I never stopped. 35 years, I stayed in the working world. Sorry, I have to relate to my notes. I do apologize. So naturally, I left school early at 14. Went to work full-time at the gas station, 35 years. At work, I paid attention, I listened, I paid respect, and I paid attention. I learned. And I found work in the transportation industry as a driver, a dispatcher, a warehouseman, dispatch supervisor. I worked for CP Rail, Rider Dedicated Logistics, the Rosedale Group, and the TTC. I met a girl, fell in love, got married, had kids, bought a house, life was good. But for those 30 years, I also fed and maintained a cocaine addiction. And I spent the last 5 of those years on the pipe, and life was never the same. Thankfully, I can say today. I lost a lot, we lost a lot. We managed to keep the house, but the loss of relationships was pretty costly, and I was finally ready for help. So, in 2006, I went to detox, withdrawal management and treatment, and that was the second time I ever saw my father cry. Upon completing treatment, I had to make a decision. I was waiting for word from my wife whether or not I was going to come home. And this time, she had decided that she'd had enough and that Daddy wasn't coming home. So I threw a little pity party, and family shortly thereafter enticed me to North Bay. I lugged furniture and flooring and building supplies for a lot of years until I had an opportunity to go back to school. And I did. I carped that DM. And I loved it. I was really pleasantly surprised to find out how much I really enjoyed school, and I excelled at it. And it is with great humility that I share with you tonight that not only did I graduate, but I graduated with honors. Thank you. I was awarded the President's Award, and I was asked to speak on behalf of and by my peers at our graduation. I was truly honored and humbled. 6 months later, I found myself full-time work, and I was suddenly an addictions counselor. Now, I do apologize. I often explain to people that I'm nobody special, and I don't have any superpowers, and I have no immeasurable knowledge or understanding, but other than that of my own. But I do realized that what I did understand was that change was necessary, and it was inevitable. And I could either go kicking and screaming, or I could stop resisting the universe and what the Creator had in store for me. So, by working with the broken, I'm working with and on myself. The broken give me purpose, and their hopes fuel my passion. And I remember being broken, and I remember feeling hopeless. But I also remember what it was like to feel worthy, and to feel important, and to feel significant, and to feel wanted again. And this is what I instill in my clients. It's my purpose to help them see that they are worth their own recovery efforts. It's my purpose to help them see that they have value, and to help them recognize that we all have purpose while we visit here, Mother Earth. Our job is to discover that purpose, and that gift is ultimately to be given away. I can't tell you how to find your purpose, but I can tell you this: find a passion, a real passion, something that gives you goosebumps, and follow that passion. And ultimately, if you can get out of and stay out of your way, it'll take you to your purpose. Now, I know I'm a few slides behind, but you saw some images of some former clients who, like me today, still continue to recover their lives, and yes, I do have their permission, enthusiastically. Today, I live life fully. I live in the present moment, the here and now. I practice love in all that I think and do. I practice acceptance as in, yes, this happened. Now what? I've learned to let go. I've learned to forgive, to truly forgive. I've reconnected with my Creator and the Mother Earth and all that they provide. And when I smudge, I thank the Creator, Mother Earth, and I thank my worldly mother and father. And I thank my ancestors and my angels and my spirits that guide and protect me every day. And I thank those that we've lost to mental health and addiction. Today, I've repaired the relationships I have with my ex-wife, Sharon, to whom I give much credit, and my daughters, Nicole and Caitlin. And my message to you guys today is that if I can come from a 30-year cocaine addiction and start my life anew and make something of myself where I can stand up here before you today and possibly, hopefully, plant a seed in a fertile mind, that I hope you know that the possibility exists in you also. Never underestimate the power of planting a seed. I wish to plant one tonight. I am grateful, I am thankful, and I am blessed. And I will leave you with this, and thank you for your patience. How many addictions counselors does it take to change a light bulb? Just one. But that light bulb has to want to change. Miigwech.